Greetings and salutations. Charlton66 here once again with another video. But this video is for the 100 subscription video, the appreciation video for BYRANSPACEBOY227. I've subscribed to his channel a while back. I do enjoy his videos. I knew I would enjoy them when I saw him do videos with the Iron Mans that he got, so early issues of Iron Man. So I knew I would be enjoying his videos even more. His contest is obviously for his 100 subs. Now he's over 100. It's like 145, 146. But it's well worth, subscribing to his channel if you have not done so. He's full of information, a lot of cool books. Like I said, I do enjoy his videos. His contest is subscribe over 18 and show 3 books out of your collection, your favorite books. So one of those, it's hard to do, as everyone knows who collects anything, that it's hard to pick 3 favorite books out of your collection. It's like trying to, pick a favorite child or something. It's hard to do. So the way I did it, the first thing that popped into my mind and why it popped into my mind, the 3 books that I'm going to talk about. One of the books that I'm going to talk about, even though it's a what if the Avengers had never been number 3. This is to me the comic that I would give anyone who. One of the comics that I give to anyone who wants to know about comics, why you collect comics, because it's a pivotal story. The artwork is some of the best artwork you're ever going to see in any comic book. It's Gil Kane and Tom Palmer. I'm sorry, Klaus Janson. Excuse me, Klaus Janson. But it's, to quote Chun from Remo Williams' movie, it shows. To paraphrase him, it shows what's noble in the human spirit in that comic book. It's courage, honor, commitment, duty. It's all in this comic, and I don't want to give anyone away in the storyline, but it's so good. Even though it's a what if, the story's by Jim Shooter, and it's so good. It's if I had to pick one comic out of my collection to say this is what a comic book should be about, this would be it. So one of my comics, What If the Avengers Had Never Been, number 3. What if number 3? Just a superb comic book. Again, I really want to talk about the story because, my favorite Marvel character, I haven't read him for years, is Iron Man. I haven't read him since the original Volume 1 run. Because to me, it's Iron Man is not Iron Man anymore. So I couldn't even tell you what's been going on in the last 15, 20 years of the series, other than some mini-series that was given out from Leighton and Michelini, something like Bad Blood, and some of the Doctor Doom and Iron Man stories that they redid. If it was by Leighton, I got it. But anymore, I don't recognize Iron Man. So that being said, What If the Avengers Had Never Been, What If number 3 has Iron Man in the spotlight, and it's just heroism at its finest. So I can't go on enough about What If number 3. If you have not got it, go out and get it. You will not be disappointed. Like I said, the artwork, the story is just phenomenal. So one of my 3 books, What If number 3. All right. Now, I had mentioned before that Iron Man is my favorite Marvel character, and I've not read Iron Man in such a long time. But thank God for back issues, so I can still read my beloved Iron Man back when he was Iron Man. So one of my favorite books, one of my top books in my collection, of course, it tells Suspense number 39. Everyone knows First Appearance of Iron Man. I got it in, it's complete, it's together, nice shape, it's readable, everything is complete, it's nice. And so this is my one of my top 3 books, Tales of Suspense 39. And I love it. It's got the date stamp right here on top. I believe it's Christmas Eve. I'm sorry, 2 days after Christmas, December 27th, 1962. So even it's got a date stamp on it, which just adds more to it for me. Tales of Suspense 39, my beloved Iron Man. And this next comic, it's a kind of the reason I picked this one because it started another evolution of my comic book reading and collecting once I heard about comic conventions. I didn't know about comic conventions back in the 70s. I didn't know what they were or they existed or how to even go to one. I mean, I heard rumors and you see ads for comic conventions of like San Diego and stuff, but that was far away from me in Maryland. So, and I was a kid, so I didn't understand really what was going on with comic book conventions. So, this one comic that I'm going to show, it's not that big of a deal, but it led me to understand what comic conventions are. It's a weird story, but we were in my dad had parked in a parking garage and went to the doctor's or something like that. Doctor appointment stayed late. So we went to the parking garage. This was in 1978, 79 time frame. So he were parked in the parking garage. The garage attendant's in his booth. He's a young guy, maybe in his 20s. And there is a stack of comic books. And I was like, wow, all right. This guy's reading comics. And again, I was maybe 11, 12 at the time. And yeah, 78, I was 12. So I'm looking at him and I'm like, where do you get those comics from? I knew about comic book stores. I've been going to one thinking he went to the only comic book store that I knew of in the area, that maybe he's going to the same store. And he says, I got these at a convention last weekend. I'm like, well, what's a convention? And he explained to me what a convention was and what it's about and where the conventions are in our area in Wheaton and in Silver Spring. So I was enthralled. I'm like, wow, this whole room is going to be full of comics and dealers, and I can buy these really cool comics. So it was this comic that I saw on the top of the pile was this issue right here. And funny enough, it's Bob Layton and John Byrne did the artwork. So it was this comic book that was laying on top, and he had just bought this. And that's what he told me about the convention, was with this comic that I saw. And I remember seeing it to this day. I vividly remember the conversation with this guy. But it was on to another level of my collecting and my little microcosm of fandom was knowing about conventions and learning about conventions was with this comic right here. So it's King Size Annual number 7, Bob Layton, John Byrne artwork. Of course, it's got X-Men appearance in it. But I can pick 3 more and tell you stories about those 3. I can pick 3 more tomorrow, 3 more 10 minutes later. That's what come to mind right now. So those are my 3 for the awesome BYRANSPACEBOY 227 and his channel and his contest entry. So good luck with the contest, with more subscribers. You deserve it. I get motivated by watching the Great Legend and his video about the contest and the history that they have going back to video gaming. So like he said in his video, it's all about BYRANSPACEBOY 227 and not about anything else. So that's all I have to do with this video. And like I said, good luck with more subscribers and good luck with your channel. I do enjoy your videos, and I appreciate the contest and being able to be involved. This was my first contest to be involved with, so it's kind of a neat thing on this point too. So this is kind of like a next level of fandom, really, if I thought about it, and listening to the Great Legend and how he was going on with the history of his YouTube channel and people that he's met and dealt with over the years, the last 5-6 years, it made me realize, like when fandom first started, you had the small conventions and you had fanzines and you had collectors talking to one another through letters pages and through fanzines and meeting up in houses and stuff. Well, this is like the next level of fanzines, really. You know, everyone in the comic book community getting together and talking about comics and talking about, you know, the history they have with one another and favorite comics, favorite issues. You know, everyone knows what goes on within the community, but again, it's kind of cool. It's another level of fandom. So I like being part of it. I enjoy being a part of it. It's like this contest. I'm sure there'll be many others that will happen. You know, different levels and different stages and people's channels and you know how they feel about fandom. So anyway, again, thanks for the contest and everyone, good luck and talk to everyone later. Bye.